never understand your silence, till your success is too loud to ignore. There was a young soul who carried more weight in his chest than most could ever see. He wasn't loud. He wasn't the type to beg for attention. He moved silently through the cacophony of the outside world, his heart bruised, eyes weary, and shoulders heavy. But what made him different was that he never complained. Not because it didn't hurt, not because it was easy. This is your life and it's yours to fight for. But because somewhere deep inside he already knew, no one's coming to save you. People won't always hear your pain, but they will remember your strength. He tried once to speak, to open up. But every time he whispered his truth, he was met with silence. Or worse, pity. They didn't want to understand him. They just wanted to label him. Too quiet, too serious, too intense. But he wasn't too much. He was just too real for a world that loves masks. So he shut his mouth and opened his mind. He stopped explaining his storms to people who only knew sunshine. Because he realized strength isn't something you show, it's something you carry. When nobody taps you, clap alone yourselves in the dark. Started waking up early, not for the world, but for himself. He hit the gym, not for a six-pack, but to rebuild the self-respect they shattered. He read books. He studied life. He stayed quiet, but he was always listening, always learning. While others chased attention, he chased transformation. Until they're standing on the mountain you said they'd never climb, they laughed at his silence. He was sharpening his mind like a blade. That's the thing about quiet people. You never see their comeback coming. They mistook your silence for weakness, but silence is where warriors are born. Pain taught him what comfort never could. Taught him patience, discipline, vision. He learned to sit beside his wounds and bandage them with tenacity rather than compassion. They wanted to see him break, but instead, they watched him build his strength, build his future, build his identity from the ashes of every time he was ignored. Because when you stop begging the world to see your worth, you start creating a life that can't be denied. You don't need an audience to become great, just a reason. He no longer needed people to believe in him, because he had learned to believe in himself when nobody else did. That's when life started to change. He found peace in his solitude, purpose in his pain, and power in his silence. Wasn't chasing success to prove them wrong, he was chasing it to prove himself right. Because this was Ice Life and he was done living it like it belonged to anyone else. The world tried to bury you. They didn't know you were a seed. Time passed. The people who once ignored him now watched him from a distance. Confused, curious, shocked, but he didn't owe them a thing. Not a conversation, not an explanation, not even a glance. He wasn't bitter, just busy. Too focused on building what they said he couldn't. Too grounded in who he had become. Because he realized you don't have to speak loudly when your actions echo through every room they once laughed in. This is your life. Own it. Live it. Don't apologize for it. The one listening right now. If you've ever thought your voice wasn't important, remember that. If you've ever carried pain that no one bothered to see, ... Let me tell you this. You are not weak. You are not invisible. You are not alone. You're a quiet warrior in the making. All you have to do is think about what you already are. Don't wait for their permission. Don't wait for their validation. The life is yours, and nobody have to write can live it for you. You don't need to be seen to be powerful. The most dangerous version of you is the one who stops explaining, starts building. The one who turns pain into purpose, who turns silence into strategy, who turns every scar into armor. You deserve oneself a life that is uniquely yours, not the world you're suffering. So stop shrinking. Stop doubting. Start rising. If this story sparked something deep within you, you felt seen, understood, or even a little stronger after watching, then you're exactly where you need to be. Tap that like button to show the world you're not giving up. Subscribe for more power, more clarity, and more wisdom every single week. And hit that bell icon because the next video might be the one that changes everything. Welcome to Mind Wisdom, where silence becomes power and your life becomes yours again.